Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another week in crypto. And for once, we're starting it on a real good move. Everything seems to be moving up for our sector and sectors that are quite similar to us. And this whole idea of the decentralized community is really good. I think we are doing well because you've got different sectors producing a lot of different things, and I think that momentum is really sort of helping drive everything currently. So looking into the comments over the weekend and last week, and there's a lot of people that were asking for a side-by-side comparison of the Rebel infrastructure in comparison to our proposal that we put up, so we can sort of see what is currently going on. And I've got a pretty good theory as to what is actually going on. Now, as you can see on the left hand side, we've got proposal 11630, and then on the right hand side we have Terra Rebel's proposal. The writing's too small for me to see. I need my glasses and I need to squint. It's very early here in the morning. Now, when you have the equipment to run the endpoint infrastructure, it's similar to having rack servers, however you want to paint an image in your head. You've got a lot of technology that has been paid for from the community pool by this community. So in theory, it is LUNC owned, right? Wrong. It's very easy for them to spin up nodes. It's very easy for them to get loads of different nodes together, and it's this whole kind of thesis that I've said before. If you're trying to catch rain with a 1 meter squared tarp and your friend is catching rain with a 10 meter square tarp, right? Who's going to catch more rain? Well, the guy with more surface area. And I think this is what this comes down to. Now, I was privy to a lot of different meetings when I was part of Terra Rebels way back at the beginning. And if people think this wasn't something they discussed, it totally was something they discussed. And they were more or less pushing towards that before they imploded. We know that different factions inside Terra Rebels had spun up their own nodes. Vegas, Rex, Ed, multiple different people. And what I believe is it's very easy for bad actors with the correct equipment to more or less have a good surface area to just get as much VP as they can. And even without the VP, right, our active set is not filled up. It's not hard to join. You can just create a node and you're instantly in the active set. It shouldn't be like this, but right, you're seeing two sides to the community. You've got the side that's well informed and the side that just want to invest and they want the quick, easy information all the time. They will likely go to wherever they utilize kind of their endpoint systems for looking at proposals and who's voted what. If you use Stakebin, if you use LUNC Dash, if you use LUNC Metrics, whatever. You go, you look, and it's huge pause right now, because I never ever thought we'd be in this situation where people are simply just not voting, because ultimately if this had been pushed to quorum, right, it would have passed, and people like all nodes just didn't vote. They're not even interested, absolute no interest whatsoever in being up to date with the current goings of this blockchain. And we see a lot of people that voted on the Terra Rebels infrastructure that also vote for other kind of like centralized, privatized moves, and these people who want to reduce the undelegation period to make getting liquidity out of this blockchain easier for them. And I don't think people are realizing we are being pushed towards this end goal of just destroying the blockchain. And it's now a frenzy for a lot of people that just simply want the rewards. They want them as fast as they can get them, and they want them out as easy as possible. They don't want any catches. This is just a liquidity basement for a lot of people to start up their own projects. And if you're not seeing that right now, I don't think you're listening to the right kind of things. Because speaking with the L1 team recently, I've stated to them the severity of the station system, right? All of the different things. And we've got all of these kind of like paper cut validators that all of a sudden think that I'm just a YouTuber and that the only thing that I do is YouTube content and stuff like that, when the difference is they're actually utilizing a module for their auto compounding, which was, designed and thought out by myself. The people I worked with on it didn't even think it was worth doing. It was, to them as developers, it was pointless because, you can auto compound yourself within minutes. So ultimately, if I hadn't pushed for that, it would never have got released. I've got so many different things that are not working. The NFT airdrop module, we just can't do nothing with it. We're unable to onboard any new holders. Okay, and that's the same for the auto compound module. Everyone's asking me, when is the auto compound module? When can I use it? Where can I go and get it? Well, the simple answer is we can't accept new users onto that AC module, and that's across board because our systems do not work. We've got multiple projects on this blockchain that are actually building, and listening to recent Twitter spaces that Miata / Metaglory was saying that, they're really struggling. Seeing other projects in this sector who have built and really tried for this blockchain are just simply struggling. And whilst we're all struggling to build, to revitalize this blockchain, we've got all of these different kind of nodes, people, projects whose idea of winning is being in control or having the most voting power or having control over the consumer base of LUNC, and that's not winning. Revitalizing this blockchain is winning, and that might not be that for them, but for me it is, and this is why I consistently keep pushing towards things. I've got a mobile game application in development. Guess what? Half of the systems that we want to utilize on it simply won't work. The reason being because station doesn't work. If you want to do anything currently, you have to do it through extension. You can't even do the most simplest thing, send an NFT. You can't even view them. It's absolutely insane. We've got Ledger. The whole node system that's integrated into Ledger just doesn't work. If you want to make consecutive votes, you've got to make 2 or 3 refreshes before it will actually put a transaction through. It's insane that we have to go through this much hassle to do the very smallest of things. And then the even crazier thing right now, TFL has known about this for way over a month. We've been moaning about this for way over a month now, and nothing's happened. And the biggest joke is our L1 team, who we're paying to develop this blockchain, are going to TFL and asking them, who are the development team for Luna, who is the enemy, can you fix station for our blockchain? You can imagine the laugh that they're having right now at us. This is perfect. This is just what TFL need. This is just what TFL want. Slow us down, stop us progressing. And it's really, really sad to see, like I said, all of these different paper cut nodes voting yes to something like this, where it's a lot of money being paid out, not a lot of answers, not a lot of proof, not a lot of receipts as to where that money goes, if it's actually what they say it is, and then not voting on something where it's a free system. No one had to pay to create this. In fact, it's ready to rock now. The whole system was forked within 2 hours. I see many different validators, butting their nose in, having their say, trying to say there wasn't enough information in the proposal. There was more than enough information in that proposal for what that proposal stated was to create a wallet infrastructure system for free. So guess what? We didn't need to put no cost breakdown because there was no cost breakdown. It's very interesting to see everything that's going on, and there's such a clear line of division right now as to who wants to see this blockchain get raped, pillaged and plundered down to its core compared to those who want to build. I'm building in every sector. On top of that, I'm creating content. On top of that, we're building modules and piling in new techniques, new ideas, and I'm trying everywhere that I possibly can. And all I see around me are all of these different kind of nodes that are really talking a good one, but not really doing much. And it's all just about who can provide the best rewards, who can provide pretty much. It's all down to appealing to the inner greed of a human and really trying to set yourself aside in this. It sucks that we don't have validators that make decisions based on actual things that need change, that we need these things to push forward. Like I was saying, I've listed at least 8-9 things on my own projects that none of it works. It's insane. We've built all of this technology, we've built all of these modules, and we can't even do the simplest thing of add a new user to the auto compound module because transactions just don't work. TFL are not in a hurry to fix things, and it just seems like no one is that concerned about this. People are more than happy to allow for privatization of sectors, and they don't want to see our blockchain become a Swiss Army blockchain where we provide everything. We do what Google did, and we Google the crap out of this thing to a point where we've got everything. We do not need to leave the chain because guess what? No one's doing any swaps on chain. The majority of liquidity is currently leaving the blockchain and it's going onto dexes, it's going onto different places, CEXs, where people can swap, where people can do things with it. And like I was saying, people are just getting their rewards and they're going straight off chain, and that's not what we want. We need to try and keep things on chain. Like I was saying, this is a real eye-opener, just seeing the size difference in the list, and Terra Rebels themselves, they knew that if they voted and even abstained, put no with a veto, it would have still pushed it to quorum and it would have passed, and that's not what they want. Validators don't even have the decency to vote on things, let alone, take 5-10 minutes to go and watch a video that supports everything and tells you everything you needed to know on top of the proposal that told you everything you needed to know. But like I was saying, right, if our top node, our number one validator, is simply not interested in these kind of things, it just goes to show the attitude of all of these different validators, right? This is an eye-opener for me. Sorry about this one for a Monday morning. Sorry about going on. Sorry for this one being a little bit longer. Folks, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, do those 3 things. It really does help me out. And other than that, just stay safe. None of this is financial advice. Consider delegating some LUNC with us. If not delegating all of your own LUNC with us, it is going to make the biggest difference if we can start to push forward. I'm never going to stop pushing, and I'm never going to stop fighting for what is right and for what I believe is true decentralization for this blockchain, because we've got too many people that simply sit there and go, oh, no, can't do that. No one's ever done it before and it's not been created, so we can't do that. This is crypto. It's about pioneering and new things, new techniques, and thinking outside the box. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one as always.